Question 19 then, it says the diagram shows the distance by road between 4 cities. So we can see that Newcastle, Hull, Liverpool and Bristol, and we got some distances on there. Sam drives from Newcastle to Hull and then from Hull to Bristol. I'm just going to show that on the diagram before I forget it. Sam drives from Newcastle to Hull, so this way, and then from Hull to Bristol. That's just me, so I can forget some of the literacy in the question. I've showed that on the diagram, so that's in red. Tim drives from Newcastle to Liverpool and then Liverpool to Bristol. So before I forget that, I'm going to do his journey in a different colour, which is why you're always great to take highlighters. So Newcastle to Liverpool, Newcastle to Liverpool, and then Liverpool to Bristol. Sam drives 10 more miles than Tim. Work out the distance by road from Liverpool to Bristol. So Sam drives 10 more. So we need to work out what Sam drives in order to find out what 10 more is. So let's have a look, what does Sam do? So the red route was Sam, this is for Sam. So let's have a look. Sam does 145 and 220. So we've got his key numbers, that's his driving he's been doing. So we add those two together and see what he's got. Nothing and 5, add to make 5, 4 and 2, add to make 6, and 1 and 2, add to 3. So Sam does 365. Let's make a note of that somewhere nice and clear for the examiner to read. Sam, 365 miles. Now I can interpret this line. Sam drives 10 more than Tim. So if Sam does more, 10 more, then we need to take off 10 from him, so Tim does less. So Tim does 355 miles. So I'm just interpreting that line. It says work out the distance by road from Liverpool to Bristol. Liverpool to Bristol. So we just didn't have that information on the diagram, but we do already know some of his journey. So we know he's got 175. He's got 175 plus something to make that 355. So to work out something, we do the inverse operation of this. Therefore, the something equals 355 minus 175. I'm off cam for that, so I'll show you what I was writing. That's what we're saying. So I'm just writing that out there. 175 plus something is 355. Therefore, that something is the inverse 355 minus 175. If you're bad at subtraction, i.e. you can't do this, 355 minus 175, because there's a lot of carrying and borrowing. If you can do it, great. I'll quickly model it. 5 take off 5 is nothing. 7 from 5 goes negative, so we always borrow. That we borrow from there and we pop it to there, lend 10 off it. Then we do 15 take off 7. And that's going to give us, what's that, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's 8, that's missing from that one. And then 2 minus 1, 180. Hopefully I didn't mess that up. It's been a while since I've done that method. The easier method with a number line could be find the difference between 175 and 355. Nice jumps. Add 25 to get to 200. And then add on 155 to get to 355. So it doesn't have to be loads of jumps, and add those together. 155 and 25. 5 and 5 is 10. 5, 6, 7 carry the 1, that's 8, and then the 1 for 180. So that bit of the journey that was missing must have been 180 miles, because we knew this journey was 10 shorter than this journey. And that's it. That's it for part A anyway. Part B, let me just have a little look what part B was. Oh, where is part B? 2 seconds, let me pause it. Okay, part B then, it says Robbie's going to drive 130 miles from Hull to Liverpool. So that was given in the question. So he's going to do that. There are roadworks for 25 miles of the journey. It doesn't tell you where it is, could be the start, could be the middle, could be the end. It says he assumes his average speed will be 50 miles per hour where there are roadworks and 70 miles per hour for the rest of the journey. Using his assumptions, work out his journey time. So let's try and put a picture to this. Imagine this is your 130 miles that you need to do. There's a part of your journey, let's just say the end, little end part of it where we've got 25 miles where there's roadworks. Okay, 25 miles where there's roadworks. What that means, so that's that bit. What that means is the other part hasn't got roadworks, and there was 130 in total. So if I add 5, that gets it to 30, and then there's still 100 missing. So there's 105 where there are no roadworks.